What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be remaking Florida Kidz by Kid Cudi. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and be sure to like the video if you enjoy this. To start off the beat, we have this loop. It's like a brass combined with a drum loop and it sounds like this. The first sound we have is this patch out of X-Band 2. It's strings combined with this brass, and it plays this pattern. For effects, I put isotope vinyl to give it kind of a retro feel with some detune. I also put this filter to take out some of the high end and a chorus to give it some more depth. After the effects, it sounds like this. Then I rendered that audio out, and I did a couple different patterns to mess with the pitch, so that I pitched it up and then pitched it back down. So altogether it sounds like this. I put this gross beat on it to give it kind of a pulsating feel. Before it sounds like this. And after it sounds like this. I also put fruity reverb on it and EQ to take some of the high end down and the low end down. Altogether with the effects it sounds like this. Next there's this drum loop. This is all using stock FL sounds. It's this hi-hat, this snare, and this kick. It plays this pattern with the hi-hat on 4th step, the snare hitting here, and then the kick and the other snare hitting at the start of every beat. In the piano roll, I moved all the hi-hat hits 1/6 step to the right so that it kind of gives it an offbeat feel. For the effects, I put gross beat pitch shifter along with the reverb on the hi-hat. Gross beat pitch shifter on the snare along with an EQ to cut out the lows. On the other snare, I put reverb and also gross beat halftime and nothing for the kick. After 4 bars, this sub bass out of Citrus is introduced. It plays the root notes of the chords from earlier. Then at 16 bars, we have the drum pattern. The first part is this rim that plays this pattern. For the effects, I put a slight delay, reverb, and a stereo enhancer to change the stereo image of the sound a bit. Before the effects, it sounds like this. And after, it sounds like this. The next part is this kick. It plays this pattern. Next is the hi-hat. It plays this 2-step pattern with the velocity going up at the start and down a little bit at the end. I put reverb on this to give it more space. Next there's this pizzicato strings preset in X-Band 2. It plays this pattern. It's just a G note layered in 3 different octaves. It plays along with the drums whenever the drums are on the beat. I put reverb, fruity delay bank just to give it more space, and an EQ to cut out the lows. The last sound is this snare. To give it a more human feel, I clicked Alt-R to randomize. I clicked Alt-R to randomize and turn the velocity knob around so that it randomizes the velocity. Up to this point, the beat sounds like this. Later in the beat, there's this ARP that's introduced. I made it in X-Band too. It's the Mallet's Bright FM vibraphone layered with the Pretty Mallet and Marimba. For the arpeggiator, I put the same preset. The rate is 16 and the mode is up and down too. And anyways, they sound like this. For effects, I put reverb to give it more space, Fruiting Love filter to muffle it a bit, and an EQ to cut out the lows and the very highs. Next, there's another ARP out of X-Band 2. For this, it's the Wet Kodo sound, and for the rate, I put 32, and the mode I put up. I duplicated those same chords like 4 times to give it more room to move up and down. It sounds like this. I put that to the same track as the previous ARP, so it's the same reverb and filter from earlier. The last sound is this synth that plays near the end of the beat. It's also out of X-Band 2. It's 35 sync attack under polysynths, and I turned the cutoff down so it's more muffled. It plays the same chords from earlier. In context, it sounds like this. The last part of this is this sample out of the movie Castaway. It sounds like this.
Yes! Look what I have created! I have made fire! I have made fire!
I just chopped out the end and repeated this part in descending velocities to give it a delay feel.
Yes! Look what I have created! I have made fire!
That's it for this remake. Tell me what you thought of this, if there's anything I missed, if there's anything I could have done better on the remake or the video. Thanks for watching.